Hello. First of all, I'd like to thank for inviting me to this really inspiring conference. It's been great to hear all the arguments and the heated debate. So that's really food for thought for me. I think, well, the aim of my presentation here would be to answer the question whether all those ideas that were presented here and that are presented in PLENT are possible to be presented in Poland. Is there a field, is there like a possibility for a will of Polish people to understand those ideas? And I would like to present the possibilities and the obstacles that might be that this idea may meet in Poland. Well, first of all, I'd like to say something about our ideas of our functioning of maternity and paternity leave in Poland, because what you saw in the presentation like a couple of hours ago, it seems that there is no paternity leave in Poland, where actually there is. Beginning from this year, 1 week for father was introduced, and in two years there's going to be a second week. So I might say that we are now experiencing some kind of a new opening, like a new quality in the social life, because before most of the maternity leave and the parental leave are quite old institutions, but up to 90s the parental leave was only for mothers, and so it was an institution that legitimized the very strict sexual division of labor at home, like of the care work. And in 90s, the law was, let's say, liberalized, so the fathers can take it, but as the parental leave is unpaid, you may guess that there are really few men interested in parental leave. There is about 2% of men in whole group of people who are taking the parental leave. For many years, the discourse of the child care remained quite traditional, and the feminist movement was more focused on the women's choice, because we have this really strict abortion law, so main forces were put on the to fight the strict abortion law, and somehow maybe the family policy was left to the conservative politics. But for, I think, last 10 years brought some kind of new way of thinking, like trying to take back the to make the language about family and the language about child care more feminist, and so that means to introducing the more shared responsibility of father and mother. So in the end, it resulted in introducing the 1 week paternity leave. So it was supported by the feminists, the women groups. It was the campaign was led by one of the biggest journals in Poland, and like suddenly it turned out that Polish men are interested in taking care of their children. Apart from all those right-wing politicians who would say that, well, we are such a traditional country, it turned out that no, fathers really want to. They were writing, they are not forming groups, they are not organizing demonstrations, but they were writing letters to the journal that was leading the action, the campaign, saying that they need to have more contact with their children after they are born. So I think that Poland is kind of a promising country. that we achieved the really short, it's really short paternity leave, but it's a completely new quality in family policy. And it's even more important because the general system of family policy in Poland is really poor. I mean, we have really small number of nurseries. There are 2% of children under 3 who go to nurseries, so this is like nothing. And there are not enough kindergartens. And as I said, the parental leave is unpaid. So there, yes. So now it's. I think if we cannot expect the state to build more kindergartens, we may push them to extend the paternity leave. But I would like to say something, like to add something. The minus, the obstacle in the end. Well, the situation on Polish labor market, the paternity leave and the maternity leave are, as it was said before, are the labor rights. And the thing is, with Polish labor market, is becoming more and more flexible in the but not in flexibility, not flexicurity. So there are more and more, especially young people, university graduates, who they don't get the job contract, they get the civil contract, or they are forced to go for self-employment. The statistics are really much more higher than the European Union average. So even there will be the really nice paternity leave, there will be many young people who want to have children who will be excluded from this right because the labor law doesn't cover the self-employed or or especially people on civil contracts. So this is, well, I would say that this is not only the matter of the feminist groups but also of the trade unions. So my personal vision is the joint forces, but it's a long way ahead. So. So I think, well, I'll go back to Poland with and I'll try to spread the idea to the organizations and feminists and trade unions. But as I said, one thing are the cultural notions, but the other thing is the reality on the labor market. Thanks.